sit with you in the room. All right, so you can put your hands down. I'll tell you what, after we take the oath, I'll give you a moment or two with your family, because with this many people and this many cameras flashing, I'm sure they're going to want a picture of you with the flags in the background, and the family likes to shake your hand and congratulate you. There's usually hugging involved, just to warn you. And that's all good stuff, and I'll give you an opportunity to do all that good stuff. But before we do take the oath, there's two things I want to say to you just real briefly. First off, I want to congratulate you on achieving something great for yourself, because not just anyone can join the military, and not everyone gets into this room and take the oath of enlistment. In fact, if you're between the ages of 17 and 24, that age demographics in our U.S. population, 70+% of your peers either can't or won't do what you're choosing to do. Statistically, we know that to be a fact. So, if you think about it that way, this really is a great accomplishment, isn't it? Yeah, because you've achieved something not only today, but including your delayed entry time that not everybody can. So you do need to be congratulated for that. The other thing I want to say to you is thanks for what you're doing. And I mean that very sincerely, not just as a soldier, but also as a citizen. Thanks for wanting to be a part of the family and being willing to do what we do for our country that so few are either willing to do or able. And I can assure you, and I know without a doubt, I've worked here long enough to know that there's a lot of people in our country that are more than willing, a lot of young folks mostly, and have tried. We see them try here every day. And if they were able, then maybe at some point they might get to stand where you are now. So to me, I think that says more about you. Because you also realize that what you're doing is considered to be a very noble act, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Thanks for, like I said, thanks for wanting to be a part of the family. Some of you are Marines. I'm just playing. I mean that with all the love in my heart. I love all the service branches, honestly, because we're one team, one fight, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, and every once in a while, one of our teammates makes a great play, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's why we're like in the Navy SEALs these days. All right, so listen, I got to ask you a couple of questions before we take the oath. Before you came in here, you should have been briefed on 3 articles, Article 83, 85, and 86, which has to do with fraudulent enlistment, desertion, and AWOL. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should have also been briefed on the Department of Defense policy on separation for personal conduct. Yes?
Yes, sir.
You've all had a chance to look at your contracts?
Yes, sir.
Didn't have any other questions?
No, sir.
Anybody got any last minute change of heart?
No, sir.
Okay. So what we're going to do then is I'm going to bring you to the position of attention. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I will say I, state your full name, at which point you'll actually say your full name. Don't repeat what I just said. What happened? Probably because you guys look like you've been up since 4 a.m. You have been? In the morning? That's ridiculous. I'm glad you don't have to do that every day. Yeah. All right, so the first phrase in the oath says you solemnly swear, and if you prefer, you may replace the word swear with the word affirm. So in other words, you could say that either way. The last phrase in the oath says, so help me God, and based on your faith, your personal preference, you may omit that last portion of the oath. However, you cannot replace it with anything else. Okay? You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, before we do this, I'm going to have you take a half a step back to give these cameras a little bit more room. That work a little bit better? You want to get paid today, Fox? It's all about the camera, right? All right, well, take a deep breath. Here we go. Now I got to slide in. Just right there. Okay. All right. After the left hand, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulation. In the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. You can lower your hands. Now, I'm going to have you give yourself a round of applause to congratulate yourself. And when you do, I want you to be so loud that if anybody was left in the lobby, they could hear you. Okay? Congratulations. real quick. So let's see, we got the Coast Guard, the Marines, and the Army in here, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so guess what I get to say to you now? Guardians, Marines, soldiers, welcome to the Armed Forces. And again, thank you for what you're doing, and congratulations. I really do wish you the best of luck as you head off to training, and look forward to seeing you when you come back through to ship out for those who are definitely, okay? Family, I hope you enjoyed the ceremony.
Now, you know, you guys have to keep in mind, these young people are only on loan.
That's true. I get that.
And tell you, they all have to return exactly as you're getting them, only more mature.
Oh, well, that's a tall order. No, that's true. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the ceremony today. It's always great to have the family out. So here's what we're going to do now then. I'm going to follow you out. If you don't have any guests here with you in the room